Hi Scrubs, I hope you're well. So we're back in Star Stable, so welcome to Star Stable. In this update, we've done some quality of life changes for riding clubs, as well as updating the visuals of the riding club window. As a club leader, you're now able to delegate responsibilities between club members, such as being able to invite others to a club or editing club calendar. You can find a new tab in the riding club window where you can choose permissions for each role. Be sure to only give permissions to someone you trust. You're now also able to send mail to the entire club from the riding club window, as long as the club role you have has the permission to do so. So we're now going to have a look at the new club permissions and things that we can change. So if we go in here to the club, so we can now see our members, and we can go from sorting by online to offline. We can also sort by name, and we can also sort by the role. And the role is the way it used to default be sorted. So I suppose the online's more useful in terms of being able to see who's online immediately. So that's good. And then we can go in here to change permissions. Now here we can see all, which is, as a club owner, I can do all of these things. So add members, remove members, edit the club information, edit club rules, the club calendar, send club messages, and change the role of members. I think this is really good. So you just go in here and you tick whatever ones you want them to have, and then you would click save, and it would save them. Now I'm not going to edit mine right now. But the one thing I would say, I'm going to advise caution to club leaders who are going to use this. Make sure that those that you're picking for this, you've known a long time and you know that they will respect the permissions that you give them. Don't just add someone random and then say, oh, you can add members and you can remove members and you can do this and that and the other. Because if they can remove members and they just remove members because they feel like it, you've got a problem there and it's going to fall back on you. So just be careful with who you choose for these particular things. I love the fact that they have divided it up in such a way that it isn't just automatically given everybody every single thing. I like that you can pick and choose what you give people. The other thing we have here is the club calendar, where you can go in and you can edit these. So I hope that this will get a future change. I would like it that, for example, this probably needs updated because I did this so many years ago, but basically what I would like the calendar to do in future is if I set an event on a day and a time, that it would give an in-game reminder at the top of the corner of the screen, kind of like we get with championships. I would like something like that. We've also got club settings. So club info, club rules, and club settings, like leave or delete club. So in there, you'd have to go in there to do any of that. So here you can edit the club info, you can see how many members you have. That's really handy actually, because I used to have to go in and count them manually, which is so annoying. So yeah, I like that. That's a big a thing that I do like, the fact that I can actually immediately see. Club meal. This is just brilliant, okay? Can I just say how brilliant this is? And I'm so happy about it, because now I can send a message to my entire club and I don't have to go to the mailbox to do it. This is great. This is just 10 out of 10, okay? I don't have any criticism of this. This is perfect, okay? So I'm pleased about that. That's exactly what I want. I don't have to sit at the mailbox and just type the same thing out over and over again. I can just literally be like, right guys, we're doing this at this place. Send it all. Done. Perfect, okay? That's just beautiful. Alright, I love it. So that's all of the riding club stuff, from what I understand. I would say that I would another change I would ideally like, but I don't know if we'll ever get it, is that we would get sort of more indication of when somebody's been last online. So I don't know that we can do it, but I would like to be able to see if somebody hasn't been online in over a year or something like that. Because I think that's one of the things I think club leaders struggle with the most, is making sure people are active, because when I'm active is not necessarily when somebody else is on. I mean, I tend to be on Wednesdays when the update's out, or maybe the odd day after. Whereas years ago, I would have been on every single day training. So I don't get to see when all of my club is active all of the time. So it makes it quite difficult sometimes, as a club leader. So I feel like something like that, I don't know that they can do it, unfortunately, but it would be something that I would like in an ideal situation as a club leader. But yeah, that's the riding club stuff. Now we need to go up to the mailbox, because I can't actually show you the next bit right now. So the other thing that they've actually given us is that you can actually open your mail anywhere in the world. Now, unfortunately, I do not have a message right now. So this only works if you get a message while you're running around in the world. You can answer it by clicking on the icon at the bottom of your screen. So I just want to see if they've changed the mailbox itself. Okay. They haven't actually changed this part. I thought it would look the same. But I believe that you should be able to open your mail anywhere if you have received a message. I don't know if it only applies to club mail though. That I'm not entirely sure of. But if you're running around, I believe, and you get a message, then it should show up. I don't know if I can message myself. We could try that, couldn't we? Okay, I've just successfully sent myself a message. I didn't even know I could do that. Right, so let's run away from the mailbox so we can test this properly. And we click on the icon. Oh my god, it does! Okay, so literally if a friend sends you a message while you're running around in game or whatever, you can answer it on the go. That I like. That is very useful. Right, we'll delete that because we don't need it. But obviously if you don't have a message, you can't open it because you don't have the little icon at the bottom. So I just want to give some final thoughts on this. I think this has been a really good update because it's going to make communicating much more efficient, because previous to this, if you wanted to message your club, you had to do it individually. And some people's mailboxes would be full. And by the time you got through 50 messages and maybe half of them won't send because people's mailboxes are full, you're ready to like tear your own hair out. So I think this is great because now you can message everybody and they're going to get that message. So that is something that I am pleased to see. Like, I am really pleased to see, because this has been an update that I've waited for such a long time, because previous to this, the only effective way to communicate with your club was outside of the game, because communicating within the game itself was just a nightmare. And the problem is some people don't communicate outside, so you're often stuck in this situation where some people would get a message and some people wouldn't. Whereas this now, it's a lot easier to communicate within the game. And I also like the fact that now we can delegate some of those things to other people, because it is going to mean that like maybe there's people in your club that want to run events and they want to organise things, but they can't message anybody, you know, they can't organise things within the game. Well, now you can give them the ability to do that, you know, if you decide to, obviously. But I think it gives a lot more opportunity for people within a club to actually have a bit of fun, you know. Because now it's easier to organise things and maybe put things on the calendar and message other people and say, we're going to do this on this day. You know, it doesn't mean that, like, just the club leader has to do this stuff, because a lot of people have already been doing these things, but they've been doing it outside of the game. Whereas now, we can give everybody the opportunity to do it within the game itself, which I think is fantastic. So, overall, very, very pleased. Things that I would like to see. I would like to see clubs get their own sort of updated clubhouse, because the clubhouse, I haven't used my clubhouse in forever. Own club riding hall of some sort, so that clubs can go and do events in a designated area. That could be an add-on to the clubhouse. I'd also hope that at some point you could actually see people's activity levels. I don't know if that's ever anything we'll ever get, but being able to tell when someone was active as a club leader can be difficult, because there's been times in the past where I'd be like, oh, I haven't seen any, you know, this person in like 6 months. And someone else could be like, they were on an hour ago before you logged in. I'd be like, oh, but I can't tell that because I haven't seen them online. So from a club leader standpoint, being able to tell when someone was last online, whether it was a year ago or 6 months ago, or they've been active within the last month, just something like that. It wouldn't have to be specific. It wouldn't have to be like they were last online 5 minutes ago. That I don't care about. It's just to be able to know if someone has been active in the last 6 months or the last 3 months or something like that, because it is very hard sometimes to know. But those are some of the things. I also would like to see maybe more club roles available, like some additions to the list that we already have. I don't know what I'd like to see added, but maybe some more roles. Possibly. I don't know. Maybe there's some clubs out there that feel like they need more roles, or maybe you think there's too many already. But let me know down in the comments below some of the things that you'd like to see as a member of a club, or as a club leader, or just in general that you think would be really good for clubs as a whole. But anyway, Scrubs, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you had a lovely day, and bye guys!